I want to go over the goals because I said what your goals needed to be. Let's see. And we said the 11th because we were going to Zoom on Monday, I think. But on the 10th. So if you're going for pink, to be on track, $666. I hate saying that. Lord. Okay. And then for blue, $1,333 company sales, green, $3,333, and orange, $6,666. That's what company sales are like track to be on track for this point in the month on the 10th. That doesn't mean get discouraged because you're not on track. Don't do that, okay? Don't get discouraged. That just means that you need to work harder. Whatever you're doing, do more of it, okay? You know, double the time you spend versus, you know, if you spend 30 minutes a day, spend an hour, okay? If you message 5 people a day, message 10, double it. Or there's that, it's 5X. Have y'all ever read that? Or 10X, I'm sorry. Did y'all ever read 10X? If you haven't, that's a great book. Put it on your list. You need to read it. Or audiobook it. It's great to listen to in the car. But 10X is wonderful. I read it. It's basically saying do everything times 10. Like what you would normally do, times it by 10. But it's a great, you need to, audiobook it's the best because I've done it both ways. And it's great for the car, for the gym, wherever you're at. But that was really all I wanted to talk about with the goals, was just say that's where you need to be on track. Don't get discouraged if you're not there. Just do more of it, and maybe do something a little bit different if something's not working out. But really what it boils down to is just the quality of what your posts are. Don't just post a picture, you know, post good wording with it. I've seen people just posting pictures. Just a picture and no words. All right, we got to describe what we're talking about here, guys. So make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're intriguing people. Like tonight I posted, and it hasn't got a lot of interaction yet, but I feel that it will. If you could buy all this makeup for $99, or would you buy all this makeup for $439, or would you spend $99 and get the bag? So that's kind of an intriguing question. People are going to be like, what is she talking about? Like, how can I do that? But over the presenter's kits, what I'm talking about. Next up is I just have a few things I wanted to cover. We do have the vision board and brunch next Saturday at 11. We are still doing that here at my house. I have a few magazines that we can use, but if you have any other catalogs, feel free to bring them. And then next we have, what else were we going to talk about? I think that's all the upcoming things that we have. There is, what is it called? Empower You in November in Atlanta, Georgia. If you have not signed up for that, if there's still tickets, guys, this is a great opportunity. This is the closest thing to convention I've heard that you're going to get. Anything else that happens throughout the year, any training that you're going to get is going to be put on by individuals within the company. It's not put on by corporate. This event is put on by corporate. And so I'm going to talk tonight about choosing your hard, choosing what things you are going to do that are going to make your life harder, okay? So what I want to get at is basically, hey, Jody. Sorry, I'm seeing who's on here. Oh, hey, girls. So basically, what I mean when I'm saying choose your heart, basically is choose, to miss these activities and these conventions. That's a hard choice to make. For me, considering choosing to not go to convention was a very difficult choice to make. I went to convention because I couldn't make that decision. Was it hard for me to go? financially and, emotionally being away from your family and all that, yes, it was hard. Either way you look at it, it's hard. But you know what bettered me? Going to convention, okay? Showing up at these Zoom calls, showing up on Facebook every day, my lives where my people expect me to be on there, your followers, the people that you see every day expect you to be on there. That's hard to get on there and to make that time to do it. But you know what else is also hard? Struggling, not being able to make ends meet, trying to get to the end of your paycheck and make it all last throughout the whole week. I don't want to live my life that way. I don't want to have to worry about where my next meal's coming from. I've been in that position before. I've been a broke college kid before with no money and too prideful to ask my parents for anything. I was that kid. I've recently had to ask my parents for help, and I was very prideful about it, did not want to do that. Actually, I still didn't even. My dad was just like, we're doing this for you. And I was like, okay, just so you know, guys, we all have our struggles. It's hard. You don't have to, you do have to choose your hard. You have to choose what is going to be hard. Summer with Unique is a little bit slower. It was a little bit slower for me. We didn't plan for it. We did not plan like we should have. So you got to remember to plan that way, because it does, sales slow down in every company you're with. They will slow down during the summertime. So choose what you are going to do that's either going to push you forward or bring you back, okay? So if you're doing, I'm just trying to think of another example of this. Doing online parties. They're hard. It's hard to remember to post them every day, okay? It is. It sucks sometimes. And it especially sucks whenever people are not responding, when people are not RSVPing, all of that. It's hard. You get discouraged. But let me tell you what, Carol Lewis Newton didn't get to where she is right now without doing parties, without doing like 20 parties a week, I think is what she says she does. That's insane, okay? That's awesome that she does that. And I think it's great that she takes her time to do all those parties. And I want to up my game. It makes me want to be better, okay? So choose what hard you're going to live with. Are you going to choose to struggle, or are you going to put on your big girl panties, and are you going to go to work? That's what I want to know. I'm saying that to myself too. This is my self-pep talk for the week, all right? I'm getting myself pumped up because I don't want to go back to work after I have this baby. What about that? And I might not. I know that we have potential to take it to the next level. Each and every one of you have it inside of you. Just got to let it out. All right? You got to choose to work hard for a short amount of time to get reward for the rest of your life. Because the skills that you are learning, I love Unique, and I think Unique's going to be around for a long, long time. But the skills that you're learning, the work that you're putting in now, the Facebook followers that you are getting now is going to propel you for future success as an entrepreneur. Whether you're with Unique or whether, if something happened, I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be around forever. But if something happened, this work that you're doing right now is propelling you for future success in anything you decide to do, because these are lifelong skills that you're learning here. These are. As an entrepreneur, you're learning to do things, that sometimes it takes people forever to do, and you're learning for free. You get all this free training from YouTube, from me, from our upline, everybody. So just wanted to go there. I think that we sometimes forget that the big picture that we're working, on right now. We're taking time out of our right now and making sacrifices for the big picture here. We, looking ahead, like what does look like for you? What does 3 years from now look like for you? Well, if you don't do the hard things now, then it doesn't look very good, right? it looks like where you're at now, which maybe you're content with that, but I'm not content. If you are in this business to grow, you're not content with where you are right now. And you just got to make sacrifices to get to where you're going. That's just the only way it's going to work. Get rid of the TV. Don't completely. I'm not saying throw it all out the window. You can have your time once a week or whatever. But I was watching like probably 3 hours of television a night. I'm not kidding you, before I started Younique. And then I played Candy Crush in between patients at work. Do y'all think I do that anymore? No. No, there's no time for that. There is no time for that. And those are the sacrifices I'm talking about. Those aren't important things. Now, your family's important. I'm not telling you sacrifice all the time with your family, but you do need to make time slots, for your business and for yourself. Let your husband, let your kids know that you need this time so you can make sure that your family has a better future. Okay. And then I just want to talk real quick before we hop off here about not underestimating your potential. A lot of you all set your goals so low, and I did it too. You set your goals low because you don't want to disappoint yourself. But I'm here to tell you that you can do so much more than what you think you can, first of all. If you plan for it and you make the time for it, you can do so much. If you're shooting for 500 PRS, shoot for double that, okay? Shoot for 1,000. If you're shooting for 3 sponsees, shoot for 6. Like, double it up. You guys can do this. And don't get disappointed when you don't meet your mark. There have been many times when I don't meet my mark, okay? And you do not see that deter me. I would not be where I am right now if I let missing a goal upset me. Because, and Carly can tell you the same thing. Carly would have been long gone when she missed blue status by $2.50, I think it was, okay? She could have let that ruin her, and she could have never came back, but she didn't. We're going to fail. Failure is a part of success. And if you don't know that, I'm telling you that right now because it's a fact. Failure is going to happen. That's the only way you're going to learn is to fail. Okay? So don't underestimate your potential. I just want to share this real quick. Some of you all may have saw the service today if you go to Southland. But we talked about Saul today. And Saul was a really bad man. Okay? Really terrible. He did a lot of really terrible things. And he was chosen by God to go forth and talk about him, be an instrument for God. And even though he had done all these awful things and had a terrible past and failed God in many ways, he still was able to bring forth the word and actually wrote a very popular line in the Bible, which is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. His name was actually changed to Paul. And I feel like I've heard that story before. I'm sure I haven't been in church my whole life, but it really resonated with me today because, Saul's a very strong name and his name was changed to Paul. Paul means small. That's all it means. And that's to show that small people can do big things. Okay? You are one person, but don't you dare underestimate what you can do. Don't you dare. Because you can do big things, all right? And that's pretty much all that I have. So I hope that was helpful. I love you guys. And let me know if y'all have any questions about anything. And about the goals, if you need me to repeat those, just send me a message. I can most definitely do that. Did anybody have anything to say? Or any helpful tips maybe that you've learned throughout the week that you want to share? Because that's all I got, ladies. Nope. We good? All righty. Well, I love y'all. I'll say a little prayer for us and then we'll hop off here. Okay. All right. Lord, thank you so much for letting us get on here for another call. I hope each week, because I plan on doing these every week, I hope each week that we grow, as a team together, and we're able to add more people to this call to touch more lives and help propel them in the right direction. Because I believe this company and this opportunity is so much more than some makeup. I know that it is, and I know that we were put here for a reason, to bring forth your word with, our mission and with the foundation. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. We love you. Thank you for everything, and let us and our families be safe throughout the week, and pray for those who are in the path of the hurricane. Amen. All right.